All right, guys. Well, as you can see, we did another day of processing. Had my brother operating a skid loader, bringing up logs. I tell you what, this new machine is freaking awesome. It is so much faster. I think I maybe did a handful of resplits on it if I had the wedge in a wrong area, but way faster. I mean, we actually made more wood today than I did yesterday, an extra face cord worth, because I put the trailer a little bit different underneath here, put it a little closer so I had bigger piles, which was awesome. So filled IBC, or the bladder, the sawdust, brought a new one in, but chains still cutting, you know, real sharp. I did notice though, like, excuse me, when I was cutting smaller or splitting smaller ones, I dropped this almost all the way down. So I was kind of learning that depending on the size of the log, I'd like to keep the log underneath right here on this part of the wedge right here. And then bigger ones, of course, have it, you know, come up, because there's just so much wedge there that there's plenty of splitting to be done. Because on the bottom, you still have this guy right here on both sides. So if I keep the wood going through here, you get 1, 2, 3, so 6 splits right there. And then, you know, the bottom one's a little bit bigger sometimes, but not too bad. I just don't like, I do like it, but I don't, just to put them right through here. I guess I could do that, drop it all the way down and see if a smaller log does really nice through here. The other reason I don't like doing that, because sometimes, like I said before, the piece of wood would be here, and then if it doesn't get pushed out, it'll wedge itself in here and it gets stuck and you can't move it. So I may try that next time, drop it all the way down and see if this drops all the way to here or not. For the smaller ones to get 4 perfect pieces. Not sure if that'll work, but I was getting the hang of it today. We were flying. I think we did 7 totes today, stacked, healthy stacks too, like up, and under 2 hours. So a little bit of screwing around, but so this is the debris for 2 sessions, you know, roughly 4 hours worth of work. So I am going to put a couple bladders underneath to collect this. This will take a long time to fill, but you could get that cleaned up, put that in the bins. A little bit of sawdust starting to accumulate that's not making it in, because I have noticed when it is a bigger piece, right? Let me see if I can, I'll have to walk around. A bigger piece, the sawdust is almost shooting straight down instead of going in, right? Like if you look right now, it'd be hitting the bolt instead of going in, or it's hitting the other, you know, the other bolt there as well. But most of it, I mean, we filled that bladder today, so it's collecting most of it. So if it's a real big piece, it'll hit this and deflect a little bit, but you're always going to have debris. It just is what it is. I mean, this is just from the logs coming in right here, which isn't bad. And we didn't go through that much wood in 4 hours, or no, I'm sorry, that much fuel in 4 hours. This wasn't full, but she's only dropped a little bit. I mean, it's right there. So, I mean, you could probably process for 8 hours. I'd say maybe 4 days worth of fuel. You would produce a lot of wood. So, extremely happy with the unit. The bore oil, I did adjust that a little bit today, so that's dropping real slow. I'll top that off because I haven't even put any in there the next time we do it. But Paul Bunyan show is, when you guys are watching this, it would be Thursday. I will be on the road at that point, and I'll be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning, probably end up leaving. So, but yeah, extremely happy. Having this long 18-foot conveyor that swivels is huge time saver. I mean, I drive my truck right underneath it, put the trailer, and it pretty much, that's a 14-foot trailer I have. I can fill that whole trailer with just this right here. Just how it billows up and then goes to the sides. So as long as I have the trailer in the right spot, it works out great. So far, extremely happy with it. Very pleased with my decision on it. Still getting used to the wedge. Obviously, there's a learning curve with something like that. I haven't had that before, so I don't know if I'll ever use that. I probably will when I'm making boiler wood just for myself or whatever. If somebody else wants boiler wood, then I'll put that in there and just fly, you know, through the wood. Raise it up on the small pieces and let her go. Then you could just, I mean, you could do a cord every 8 minutes probably. And just be, it'd be crazy. But yeah, extremely happy with it. You can get a lot more logs on this live deck. It's probably hard to tell how big that is. Even my brother today said he's like, you can get way more logs on here. I'm like, oh yeah, because when I was using my grapple with the tractor to load it yesterday, I couldn't really reach all the way, but I could get them to kind of like roll over to kind of maximize the space without having to get off and roll them. So no, you can almost probably get a half a cord, maybe a little bit more of logs on here. So with all of that processing, I got 2 boiler totes worth already of cutoffs primarily, and a little bit of slash that it has decent wood on it that I would not sell. So all in all, extremely pleased. I'll be excited to get back from the show, to get back to work, because when I get back, I'll be doing trees nonstop for probably a good solid week. And then in between there, make some more wood, because it's all sold already, of course. Kiln's running. Gonna have my brother feeding the boiler while I'm gone to keep the kiln going, because otherwise it's all for nothing if it doesn't stay going. So, because it's probably gonna, that wood is so wet, and the fact that I have a bunch of oak in there, a lot of the resplits I did was all oak, because it's just super soaked, and we all know that's going to take a lot longer to dry even in the kiln. So I wanted to split them smaller, because it's probably going to have to be in there a minimum of 7 days, so a week from today hopefully, depending on how it dries, because all the wood was just wet. I mean, there was a couple sticks of oak that was like dusty dry, but we'll see. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for today. So for those of you that are going to the show, I would like to see you, meet you guys, but as always, keep burning.